Hi guys, this is Mr. Tranquilo and you are watching the Astute Tourist channel. Enjoy it.
Hey, I'm Bill Merrill from Windham, New Hampshire, and you're watching the Astute Tourist channel.
Good afternoon, I'm Doug. I'm here with the Astute Tourist. Fun to be with, fun to hang out, gonna be a great day.
This is Scott Roby from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, and you're watching the Astute Tourist channel.
I'm Nancy Saulnier of Lake Alfred, Florida, and you're watching the Astute Tourist channel.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen, aka Jen.Cohen. You're watching the Astute Tourist channel here on YouTube.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Fordman Kenneth Oaks.
There you go. Very good. Good morning. Welcome to the show live. It is, in fact, Tuesday morning, January 30th, 2024. How you doing, Kenny?
Doing very well.
Awesome. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Let's do this right away. Good morning, my friend. Cheers. Best sip of the day.
Cheers.
Oh, there's nothing like a good cup of coffee, man. I say it, and I say it again.
It'll make your tongue slap your brain.
Right on, brother. Right on. It's funny now you have Colleen saying that term now. We were eating some food last night. She goes, what does Kenny say? And she goes, make your tongue slap your brain. And I go, yes, indeed. I have to apologize to everybody. Like I was saying to Kenny just a minute ago while we were backstage. We had to cancel the live stream yesterday. We had some extreme weather here in the Northeast. Some really, really wet, heavy, what I call cement snow. Really heavy, wet stuff. I was telling Kenny we had some trees down. There were wires down, power out everywhere. Our power was intermittent here. I do have a generator. I eventually got that situated, but we didn't get our power back until after noontime. And then snow blowing. I get up around midnight and the power was off. Laid back down, woke up at 2. The power was back on. Looked outside, saw the snow coming down, real heavy. Those big flakes, Kenny. It's not like the real little bit. It was big flakes, like these giant, just big giant flakes coming down. Anyway, so. I get out of bed at 4. We got the snowblower going. My son Nick and I got out there and we started cleaning up, and power went out again. So we finished doing the drive. There was no way that I was going to be able to either maintain a good stream with the power being out and or get the driveway done in time for me to get out to work. So we decided to postpone it until this morning. So here we are. And good morning to everybody. We are streaming live on the Astute Tourist and the Fordman AKA Kenneth Oaks channel, both on and Daily Dose of the Bible, right, Kenny?
No, we're not streaming on Daily Dose.
So we're just on the Fordman channel.
Just on the Fordman channel and on my personal Facebook page.
Gotcha. So both of Kenny's and both of mine, so YouTube and Facebook, so you can find us there. If you're coming to us from YouTube, as usual, good morning to everybody. And if you're here on Facebook, welcome in.
Yes.
Let's go over to the chat, and we're going to say good morning to Carol Walters is here. Good morning, Carol. She's coming to us from Kenny's side over on his channel. And Mr. Tranquillo is here. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to you, my friend. Hope all is well. Yes, indeed. Happy Tuesday. And Kenny, or the Daily Dose of the Bible, is chiming in. They're saying good morning to us all. And I wonder who that guy is. I don't know. Daily Dose of the Bible with Kenneth Oaks. I don't know who. I don't know. Let's see. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. How are you? Say hello to Kenny. DJ's Adventures and Beyond is here. Good morning, DJ. How are you, my friend? Denise is here. Good morning, Denise. How is the cruise, my friend? Denise is currently on the Valor. Let's while we're doing that, Kenny, let's go over and look to see where she's at. I got the cruise.
Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I hate to be the very bad news, but you're frozen on the
I'm
screen.
frozen. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
I hear you talking, but you're frozen.
That's crazy. All right, hold on. Am I frozen now, Kenny?
Not now.
Not now. Okay. I may have to get up and plug the Ethernet cable in, but hopefully. This is StreamYards. I'm telling you, I'm not a big fan of this platform at all. I can see how tiny it is, like you said, Kenny. Anyway, we'll try to lumber through. Let me know if I freeze up again, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what I was going to say is, let's see if we can go over and see where Denise is at. I have to share the screen. We'll go over to Cruise Ship Tracker. All right, there we go. Carnival. Oh, there it is. Carnival Valor. They're heading towards Cozumel. There they are right there. I think I can see Denise waving.
How many days is this cruise, Denise? Is it a 5-day cruise, 7-day cruise, or how many days is it?
Let me run down this really quick, too. So Marjorie is here. Good morning, Marjorie. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Marjorie.
Shirley from Glitter World. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Glitter World.
All right, Marjorie, you're in. Come on up. I'll give you my address after the show. You can come on up and help me shovel. Drunken Chef Barbecue is here. Good morning.
Good morning, Drunken Chef Barbecue.
Thank you, Mr. D. We're back. We're back. We're live. And so far, I haven't froze up yet. DJ says it's all good. I ended up oversleeping yesterday. Yep, I'm frozen. Still in you is still in you. Good morning, my friend. Joe Hupp is here. Good morning, Joe. And let's see. Najuma Brown is here. Good. Whoop. Shirley says we got over a foot of snow. I bet, Shirley.
You keep that over there. Don't even bring it to my area.
Right. Close to 8 inches here. It's weird because I get more snow than our area. It's odd. We're in some weird snow belt. Shirley said she got over a foot. But good morning to Najuma, and Joe is here. Good morning, Joe. Just a very quick hello and checking to see how you fared after the snow. We did okay. I have a couple trees I need to cut up. One of the trees that came down almost hit my son's truck, and it's a good sized tree. It's probably at the nut, which is the bottom of the tree, probably 12 inches anyway. So yeah, craziness. But we're fared okay. I don't know if Denise can hear us, but so that you're looking at on the screen, I was trying to show where the Valor is, and I believe Scott from Controversial Cruising and Denise are both on that cruise.
Actually, I believe Controversial Cruising, Scott, is on the Jubilee. And
that's Kenny. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry, I got that wrong.
Yeah,
why?
I remember him saying they were cruising the same day, but on 2 different ships.
Gotcha. That's what it was. That's why I have you here, Kenny, to keep me in line.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bernay. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in so early this morning. Nick P is here, Kenny.
Good morning, Nick P. How are you?
He says it's 40 degrees here right now. It's going to be around 40 for at least the next 2 weeks. Okay. Nick says the snow we had is completely gone. Yeah, no, not mine. All right. So we're talking about the weather.
So
Let's go over the weather, Kenny. What do you got? What's the temperature in your neck of the woods?
Let's see. The temperature this morning is 28 degrees. Feels like 25.
28 degrees. Feels like 25. That's cold.
Yes, and it says it's cloudy, but it's supposed to be a high of 44 today.
Oh, nice.
And a low of 33.
44 is not too bad, especially this time of year. So we're currently sitting at 22 degrees with a high today of around 29. It's going to be mostly cloudy today. It looks like, we may see some sun sometime around 3 o'clock this afternoon. They're talking possibly more snow for the end of the week for us. So, that retirement house in Fort Myers, Florida, somewhere is really sounding really good to me, Kenny. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Says yesterday's high in her neck of the woods was in the 80s.
Oh, Bernay, I'm coming out to see you.
Bring that 80-degree weather back.
Yeah. Push a little bit towards Kenny and I. Have to be 80, right? 60 is good, right, Kenny?
Yes, somewhere between 65 and 70.
I'll take it. DJ says going to be in the upper 50s there all week. That's not too bad weather. All right, Joe. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a good night and a good sleep.
Have a good night, Joe.
Daniel Jose is here. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Daniel Jose. Daniel Jose.
Nick says, I'm happy with a low snow winter. It makes my job so much easier. Yeah. He's Nick's a postman, right? He's a mail carrier. Did you know that, Kenny?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's out in that snow a lot. It's a good job in the spring, summer, and fall, but wintertime, you gotta. Every time I think of Nick delivering the mail in the wintertime, I think of like a Norman Rockwell picture of the mailman with the hat with the flaps on it, and he's got his boots all opened up, and I don't know why I think of that, but there you go. So it is Tuesday. DJ says, which is fine with me because I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of projects done this week. That's good. I was snow blowing at the end of my snow blowing job yesterday. Thank God it happened at the end of it. I was snow blowing a trail around the house, which I like to do just in case. I ran over a stainless steel grill that goes in my smoker, and it's all wound up in my snowblower now. So I have to pull that apart and repair that and get it done before the end of the week because we have more snow coming. So we'll get that done soon. Just looking over at the chat, and Bernay says today's high is 75. That is perfect. The perfect temperature. I will take it.
Yes, I'll take it compared to what I'm having over here.
Okay, me too. I like that picture too, Bernay. I love that swirling cloud with the sun in the back, or is that sunset or sunrise? Beautiful.
Yeah, that is a very beautiful picture, Renee.
Okay, let's see what's going on. So Friday night, if anybody was tuned in, we had Creators Corner on Friday. with Orange Cone Vlog, Ross from Orange Cone Vlog, Sean from Helping Hands for Cruising, myself, and Bruce from Ocean to Ocean. And we're talking about the new Helping Hands for Cruising cruise that's coming up, which is going to be, I say coming up, it's in 2 years. It's going to be November 29th through December 6th. It's the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, and we're going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral. Let's see, hold on, I get the whole... Do I have the picture here? I do. All right, let's do this. Stand by. I'll show you. All right, there we go. There's the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise flyer. So it's a 7-day cruise. We sail out of Port Canaveral. We go to Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, I don't know how to say that. Tortola?
I can't even read it. I can't even see it.
Great Stirrup Cay, and then back to Port Canaveral again. It's on the Norwegian Joy. It's going to be from November 29th through December 6th of 2025. There's going to be 3 fantastic bands. One of them is going to be a Who tribute band. The other one will be a Pink Floyd tribute band. And then the third one is, I think, a band that plays all kinds of different rock and roll and popular music. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to benefit the Helping Hands for Cruising charity organization. As we know, it's the charity that helps benefit folks that may not be able to go on a cruise. They may think that they, because of some sort of a physical ailment, they may think that they might not be able to cruise, but in fact they can. And Kenny is the perfect spokesman for that, because he was the first recipient, as most of us know, of the cruise. So Kenny, you want to talk about what it was like being picked from Helping Hands, and then what it was like going on the cruise and your experience? Tell us a little bit about that.
It was an awesome experience. I am very thankful that that Sean and Alana came up with this this charity, because like Jimmy just said, it it helps people like myself, or whether it be due to financial reasons or disability or whatever it may be that has hindered a person from being able to go and enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime cruise vacation to get away from everyday life circumstances. It is an awesome charity. I absolutely loved seeing the ocean for the very first time in my 29 years of life. I had never seen the ocean before, and and that was my very first. I especially loved how the waters changed colors. I loved how I loved trying new things, like new foods, new adventures, stuff that I'd never gotten to do before in my life. And I've always been the type that has always had a saying, I can do anything I want to do if I just put my mind to it and have the want to. And
I'm sorry, Kenny, keep going.
And that's exactly what I did on that cruise.
How tell me, how the cruise change your life, Kenny? Did it change your life? And if it did, how did it change it? Morning, Josh.
Hey, Dad, have a good appointment today. I'll see you later when you get back.
Hi, Cecil. Good morning, sir. So,
And
yes, Kenny, did it change your life? And if
yes,
it did, how did it change your life? Tell us.
it changed my life so much that I had to go on another cruise. I am definitely hooked on cruising.
I was going to say that if you've never been on a cruise before and you've never thought of it, or you're like, I don't think cruising's for me. I was that person. Now, Kenny is the person. Kenny, I always get this wrong. Kenny's the guy who had never been on a cruise before. He probably never entered his mind thinking that maybe couldn't afford it and, whatever. It makes Frankenstein monsters out of first-time cruises. And what I mean by that is you want to go again, right, Kenny?
Yes.
And you in fact did go again.
Yeah, Sean and Alana actually told me that I actually inspired them to create this. I actually inspired them to create this charity.
And that's in fact true, because like I said, if you were with us on Friday evening at Creators Corner, Sean told the story how he Alana and Sean, they saw you and Helena, and Darian was helping you climb the mountain or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they took a look at Kenny and they said, now here's a guy, he's got a big smile on his face. He didn't care. All he wanted to do was get up the mountain and see the sights with everybody else. And the fact that your attitude doesn't, you don't have a bad attitude. You look at everything positively, which is awesome. I mean, I think that's why you and I get along so well. And it just inspired them to try to start this charity, and they did. And then Kenny actually was the first one to go, and then they've been on 3 or 4 since then now.
I was the first recipient, and then James and Cindy Catneys were the second recipient. And Scott and Amber were the third recipient. Of course, they went on the same cruises,
right?
As James and Cindy, but they were still considered the third recipient of that cruise. And then now we've got Adventures with Roxanne. She is going on a cruise in October as a recipient on Amy's cruise.
That's right. Amy from Amethyst Haze, right?
Yeah, it's called, I want to say Put a Lime in It cruise or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
It's going out of Galveston. I can't remember. I can't remember what the ports they were going to, or what and how many days it is. I think it's a 5-day cruise, I think, but I'm not sure. Amy from Amethyst Haze Adventures could tell you.
Yeah.
But because she's actually the host of it, so she's got Adventures with Roxanne is the next recipient for that cruise. It's a HH4C, which is Helping Hands for Cruising, a group cruise. So, Margie, unfortunately, I don't know how to swim myself. So
we're gonna have to get some water wings for Kenny. We'll put those on him. And
I would if I knew how to swim myself, but I don't. See, I had a very, very bad experience when I was younger. And my mommy one time took me to a lake. I can't remember. I think it was Warrior's Path or something like that. I I can't remember, but I do remember my mommy one time let this 12, 13, 14-year-old girl take me out into the deep side of the lake. And I sunk all the way down into the bottom thinking I was going to drown. That's where that's when I draw the line of getting in the water or the ocean, because I didn't want. Now I don't mind taking a shower. I'm good on that. It's just that.
I hope not, Kenny.
But it's just the fear of getting in the ocean or water to swim. That's.
I mean, I totally get that. I mean, your first experience was a pretty horrifying one. And so why would you want to get back into the, a lake or a pool or something after that? I get that. But Kenny, sorry about that. When you and I, when the time comes and we cruise together, I'm going to teach you how to swim.
Jimmy, you're frozen again.
Of course. Hold on. How do I look now?
You're good. As of right
now. Tomorrow, I'll plug in the Ethernet cable, and hopefully that'll improve this signal. It's not very good, and if I was to go to EVMux right now, I guarantee the signal would be great. I'm showing 1 bar on my whatever they call it. So whatever. We'll deal with it, Kenny. We'll deal with it.
I'm not even showing anything on my end, but I can see that I'm pretty well clear. So
yeah, it looks like we have 18 total. We have a thumbs up, it looks like, from Facebook. And we've been going for 28 minutes, and I have 1 bar, which is horrible. Okay. So I will teach you how to swim, Kenny, when we get that opportunity. I don't like going in the deep end either. So we'll go in the shallow end and I'll teach you how to swim. It's not bad. Once you learn how to do it, it's just your hands. You can doggy paddle. We'll get you doggy paddling. Anyway, so that'll be fun. Yep, Sharon, I think we fixed it. I'm not frozen again, am I? What a horrible looking picture. Audio was loud and clear. That's good. Better than the picture, I guess, right, Kenny?
Yeah. Well, like I said, like I've been saying, I could hear you, but you're frozen on the screen.
Okay. What can I do?
But anyway, I definitely had some good food on that cruise, and it definitely made my tongue slap my brain.
Fantastic.
Especially when I tried escargot. Now, that was my very first time ever trying escargot, and that was at the chef's table.
And you liked eating a bug?
Escargot was actually really good, especially with that garlic butter and things on it. So it was really good.
DJ said that we're welcome to share the show on his Facebook, which is awesome. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Billy from Bamanola Adventures is here. Good morning, Billy.
Good morning, Billy. And, I actually got to try something, I've said this multiple times, that I'm not a big fan of avocado or guacamole.
Yeah.
Well, there's something on that cruise that I tried. I can't remember what it was, but it had avocado in it.
Okay.
And it was actually really good. Believe it or not, I actually really liked it. So, yeah, I'm the same way, Nick P, but whatever, I guess where it was mixed in with other spices and things, and you couldn't really taste the avocado in it. So they didn't really tell me until after I ate it that I had actually avocado. Good morning, Bruce from Ocean Travel.
Hey, Bruce. Good morning. Hey, sorry I didn't get back to you. It was a crazy day yesterday. I'll try to message you a little bit later. I just had a couple questions on the tribute cruise. I did talk to Sean. He helped me with a couple of the questions, but I'll reach out to you later if that's okay, and we'll talk off the air. Billy says he loves avocados, but not guacamole. I like them both. I tried to eat a half of a avocado with an egg in it. People put egg in it, and you'll cook the egg in that, and it's okay. I just can't finish the whole thing. It's too much avocado, I think. But in guacamole, it has the other spices and the onion and all that in it.
See,
that's
it varies. See, I know different people make it different ways. Now, I have had.
Hey, Gavin.
When I was out on Quartzsite back in, I want to say, was it 2022 in January, or was it 2020? Anyway, when I went out in Quartzsite, there was this YouTube channel called Van Life Voyages, and Derek and Tanya. They wanted me to try some guacamole sauce that she had made, and I actually tried it, and it was actually really good. To be honest,
I think you're right when you were saying that if you add some other ingredients and things like that, it kind of masks the flavor that you didn't like. I'm the same way. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? Want to do some history?
I'm breaking up. Am I having technical difficulties? Am I having technical difficulties myself?
I can't see it, Kenny. But mine looks horrible.
Roland says I'm breaking up.
I saw that. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll play it by ear. Berne is saying January of 22, and I have a video of Kenny taste testing on avocado. You'll have to watch Berne's video on that. All right, Kenny, what do you think? Little history?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
This Week in History.
Week in History, as always, is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. You can check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com. We make decorating easy. All right, we're going to turn the hands. My mother says you look fine. Sharon says you're fine now.
Okay.
Billy goes, who are you breaking up with, Kenny? Okay, so let's turn the hands of the Wayback Machine all the way back to the year 9 BCE. The Roman Emperor Augustus dedicated the shrine Ara Picus, Altar of Peace, on that date. In the year 1649, Charles I, King of Great Britain and Ireland, whose authoritarian rule and quarrels with Parliament provoked the English Civil War. He was executed on this day in 1649. Sorry about that. In 1667, the Truce of Andrusovo ended the 13 years war between Russia and Poland. In 1847, previously known as Yerba Buena, the name of a plant meaning good herb, San Francisco was given its current name. Really, it was called Yerba Buena. In 1911, American trumpeter Roy Eldridge, one of the great creative musicians of the 1930s, was born in Pittsburgh. Happy birthday to him. In 1912, Barbara Tuchman, one of the foremost popular historians in the United States, and in the United States in the second half of the 20th century, and a two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, was born. Happy birthday to Barbara. In 1931, the American silent romantic comedy film City Lights had its world premiere, and it is considered by many to be Charlie Chaplin's crowning achievement in cinema. And he was one of our notables last week, was Charlie Chaplin. Okay, in the year 1933, the fictional character, the Lone Ranger, was introduced on radio station WXYZ in Detroit, Michigan. You familiar with the Lone Ranger, Kenny?
Yes, Lone Ranger, Bonanza. Yeah, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
In 1933, President Paul von Hindenburg named Adolf Hitler Chancellor of Germany. Yes, and that Hindenburg dirigible was named after Paul von Hindenburg. That didn't go so well, did it? In 1941, American politician Dick Cheney, who held various government offices, most notably in the U.S. Vice presidency, he was born today. Happy birthday to Dick Cheney. In 1945, the greatest maritime disaster in history occurred as the German ocean liner Wilhelm Gustloff was sunk by a Soviet submarine, resulting in the death of an estimated 9,000 people. My Lord. I had no idea. Had no idea about that. In 1972, a demonstration by Roman Catholic civil rights supporter in Londonderry, Northern Ireland, turned violent when British paratroopers opened fire, killing 13 and injuring 14. One of the injured later died. Known as Bloody Sunday, as it became known, precipitated an upsurge in support for the Irish Republican Army. In 1995, flooding forced the evacuation of more than 100,000 people from low-lying areas of the Netherlands. In 2011, California became the first state to celebrate Fred Korematsu Day, which honored the Japanese-American activist who was convicted in 1942 of violating an exclusion order requiring him to relocate. His subsequent legal appeals were denied. On this day, some notable birthdays. Gene Hackman, American actor, was born in 1930. British actress Vanessa Redgrave was born in 1937. We mentioned Dick Cheney. In 1962, Abdullah II, King of Jordan, was born. And in 1974, Welsh actor Christian Bale was born. And on this day, in 1882, Franklin D. Roosevelt, President of the United States, was born on this day. And he died in April of 1945 at the age of 63. And then the featured event for today in 1948, Great Soul assassinated. Indian leader Mahatma Gandhi, considered the father of his country and the internationally esteemed for his doctrine of nonviolent protests to achieve political and social progress, was assassinated on this day in 1948. And a terrible, terrible thing that was. So there you go. That is today. That's today in history, or what we like to call This Week in History. And don't forget to go over and check out our sponsor, Revive Furniture and Home Decor. You can see their website in the Chiron down below. They have a Shopify store, and you can go over to their Facebook page. They're always posting all kinds of videos there, and a couple times a week they go live on their Facebook, and they show you how to do some decorating and give you little lessons on I don't know, colors and flowers and that things. I am not a decorator, so I leave that up to Colleen and the fine folks over there at Revive Furniture. So they would appreciate it if you check them out. While we're doing that, I'd like you to check out my PayPal channel if you want to help support us. And you can go over to Kenny's and check out his as well.
I need to try to figure out how to fix that in my Stream Elements bot, because I've had people say that when they click on that PayPal link, when Stream Elements drops it ever so often, it says that it doesn't work. So I don't know.
Well, that's not right.
But anyway, you can reach my PayPal link in my About page on my Fordman YouTube channel. So
Billy says he's got 10 days left until his cruise on the Jubilee. Yeah, right on.
I hear that that's a really good cruise.
I'm hearing it. It's very good too. And we'll have to talk to Scott when he's done. Now, if he can get a good signal on Thursday night, we may do our live stream Thursday with him from the Jubilee, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Josh says, been to the Hindenburg Memorial, and we have a short on it. It's really pretty somber and humbling. And that's in New Jersey, right, Josh? Is that where that is? New Jersey? Right over the river, I think. Let's see.
As a matter of fact, Ocean to Ocean Travel had a couple of guests on his live about a week or so ago, and they were talking about the Jubilee then.
Yeah, I'd like to try out the Jubilee.
Those people that he had on his panel, they had just gotten off the Jubilee.
Thank you, Marjorie. I just like history. I don't have to be a doctor of it, but thank you for that. Yeah, Josh says yes. It's in Lakehurst, New Jersey. Fantabulous. What time are we looking at? Ooh, we got time. So, all right, you want to play America's favorite game show, Kenny?
Yes, name that notable.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it now. That is the longest ending of any game show song ever. But this is Name That Notable. It's America's favorite game show where we put up a picture of a famous person and you have to guess who it is. And it's for virtual cash and prizes.
Jimmy, you're frozen again.
Hold on. How about now? Am I unfrozen now?
You're unfrozen now.
Tomorrow I will be definitely plugging in the Ethernet cable because it's just terrible. Anyway, so this is Name That Notable, and let's get ready. Are you ready, Kenny?
I'm ready.
All right. Are you guys ready in the chat? Let's get ready to name. Oh, there is a theme to this Name That Notable. All of these people that you see coming up are from the great state of New Hampshire. So I picked famous people from my state. So you'll get to see some of these people, some people that you may know, and some people that you may go, wow, I didn't know that. All right, so here we go. Get ready to name that notable. Who's that guy, Kenny? Any idea?
No.
He looked like he was really old in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, let's see, he was a writer. He's a poet. He was a teacher. He lived here in my state for a short time. And then I think he moved out to the Midwest somewhere. But if anybody, his mustache moved, it must be live. Okay. So, does anybody know who this guy is? KT Spirit One is here. Good morning. to you.
Hello.
That's
KT.
actually a good guess, but it is not Paul Harvey. So this guy's a poet. That's his big thing. I'm trying to think of a poem that he wrote. The Road Not Taken, I think, is a poem that he may have written. He wrote about stone walls and the environment and nature. And
Is it?
Nobody knows. Shirley says, nope.
Mm-mm.
I need a lifeline, Billy says. So he was a famous poet. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a poem that he wrote.
No worries.
Walt Whitman's that's a good answer, but no, it is not Walt Whitman, but that is a very good answer. Carl
Good morning, Sandy Robinson.
Yes, Sandy, I'm sorry. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you.
And good morning, Floss.
Hi, Floss and Pugsnet. Pug Sunset. Can't
I
talk.
actually got to meet Floss in person, so she's a really nice person.
All right, so this gentleman, I'll give you a couple, maybe you'll get it if not. He wrote a poem called Mending Wall. He wrote a poem called Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. He wrote a poem called Birches, like the trees. He wrote a Tree at My Window. He wrote Acquainted with the Night, and so on. I don't think anybody's going to get it. So this is, in fact...
Sharon, get it? Edgar Allan Poe?
Edgar Allan Poe. No, it is not Edgar. Oh, hey. I guess who got it? My mother got it. That is correct, Mom. This is, in fact, Robert Frost. He actually taught at the high school that I went to. Not when I was there, but he is, in fact, from New Hampshire. So that is Robert Frost. So if Mom's the only one that got it, let's give her a round of applause for that. Good job, Mom. Good job. All right, you ready for the next one, Kenny?
Yes.
All right, let's get ready to, and again, these are all people that are from New Hampshire. Sharon, you got it. Robert Frost. All right, let's get ready to name the next notable. Name this notable. You got to know who this guy is. Starred on Saturday Night Live, has his own TV talk show. Does anybody know? Like I said, he's from New Hampshire. Was on Saturday Night Live. I think he did on Saturday Night Live. Wasn't he Weekend Update for a long time? CME, See Me Traveling is here. Good morning, Kurt and Marcia. And it is Myers. Josh got Seth MacFarlane. But if we put the two together, Seth and Myers, you're going to get Seth Myers. Do you know who that is, Kenny?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Shirley says you made them hard this time. Colin Farrell? No, it is in fact Seth Myers. And that's hard. Between you and Kurt, Josh, you both got it. So it was Seth and Myers. Seth Myers. I feel like Electric Company.
Good morning, See Me Traveling. Kurt and Marcia.
Good morning, guys. Good morning to you. So that is, in fact, Seth Myers. Like I said, he's from the great state of New Hampshire, and he was on SNL, and now he has his own talk show, I think, unless it's off the air now. I don't know. All right. So that's who that is. Let's give those guys a big hand for getting that. Bob, Kurt, and Josh will split the points on that. Okay. You ready, Kenny, for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get ready to name this notable. Who is that? Another New Hampshire native. She's actually...
I don't know. I do know she's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, she's a very pretty lady, and she's from the town that right next to the town that I live in right now. It's actually the largest city in the state. There's also another notable person from the same city. This girl here is a comedian. She's been on TV. Some people might not like her brand of comedy. Some people might like her brand of comedy. But there you go. So here's this lady. Does anybody have any idea who this is? I don't see anything in the chat yet.
This says, oh, I know. Geez, brain freeze.
Like I said, she's a comedian. I don't know if she's been in some movies, or I'm sure she has. I'm not too familiar with a lot that she's done, but I know that she is a comedian. She's on, you'll see her on TV on different things and talk shows and that. So anybody have an idea of who this person is?
I have no idea.
Shirley, I guess you're right. Apparently I did make this hard. I didn't think it was that hard, but anybody? Anyone? Going once? Going aha! Give yourself a pat on the back, my friend. It is in fact Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman.
Actress, comedian. She was on Monk Show, was she? I don't know, Kurt. She could have been. But yes, in fact, Sarah Silverman. Like I said, all the people in our notable, name that notable, are all from my state, the state of New Hampshire. So, all right, good job to Floss for getting that. And we have 3 more. So let's get ready to name this notable. I can't expect. Where's Gavin? If Gavin was in here, I bet he would know who this is. This gentleman hails from the town of Rochester, New Hampshire. He is a musician, a singer, a rock and roller. He has since passed. He died from cancer a few years ago. Kenny, I don't expect you to even know remotely who this guy is. He sang for a band called The Rainbow. He sang in Black Sabbath after Ozzy left. He sang, I was going to say Deep Purple. He may have, no, maybe not Deep Purple, but I know that, and he was a solo artist. So
I was about to say, is it Jimmy Buffett?
It is not Jimmy Buffett. And Josh comes cranking in with the right answer. This is, in fact, Ronnie James Dio, one of my favorite singers of all time, and he is from the great state of New Hampshire. I want to give Kurt, I want to give him notable because Klaus Meine, that's a great answer. Klaus Meine is, in fact, the singer for the band The Scorpions. So,
My dad's Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, honestly, Dad, that wasn't a bad pick. But it is in fact Ronnie James Dio, and yes, Josh, Holy Diver, right? And The Man on the Silver Mountain. Do you remember that song from Rainbow? But that is in fact, I'm looking through sleepy eyes, right?
I know it's early morning too.
It is early. Hey, it's the first real chat show of the morning, right, Kenny? That's what we do every day. He does look like Alice Cooper. He kind of does. That's why I said it's a great answer. All right, we got 2 more to go. And again, the big thing with all of these in common is they're from New Hampshire. So here we go. Get ready to name the next notable. Ooh, who could this guy be? Famous for WWE.
I know Dad would probably know this one because
So
he's
this guy-
he's a big fan of wrestling.
Your dad is?
Yes.
Kurt, banging in with the right answer. It's Triple H. Triple H, the wrestler from the WWE. He is, in fact, from my great state of New Hampshire. And There you go. Bruce got it. Shirley got it. Good job, you guys. Right on. That is, in fact, Triple H. All right, we got one more to go. Are you ready, Kenny?
Yes.
Kenny, you're going to get this one. Maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Get ready to name that notable. Oh, I may have more than that. I don't know. I did pick more, but well, you can tell by her name on her uniform. That's her first name. Does anybody, in fact, know who this person is? She was a school teacher. She was an astronaut. Good job. It is, in fact, Krista. She does have a last name, Mike. Who could it be?
I don't know.
McCullough. That's very close. Very close. There you go, Bruce. Bruce got it. This is, in fact, Krista McCullough. She was that doomed Challenger space shuttle that on that fateful day it exploded right after takeoff. And she was a school teacher here from New Hampshire, and she's become somewhat of a educational hero here in the States. So, right, the Challenger mission space. Krista McAuliffe, you got it right. Anybody? She was a school teacher, absolutely, and I think that is that. So there you go. That's another version or another episode of Yep, Mom says rest in peace, and absolutely, Mom, rest in peace. All of those folks that lost their lives on that day. But, Kenny, guess what? We're at the end of the show.
Yes. And before we go, I want to say breaking news. I actually went to sleep somewhere around 9:30 last night.
Kenny has adopted an actual normal sleeping pattern. So he's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for 6 a.m. to be on the first morning show here. So, Kenny, thanks for coming in again. Kenny and I will be up tomorrow. Yes. Absolutely, as long as everything goes well, and I'll see if I can plug in the Ethernet cable and give you at least. Well, you're seeing Kenny. He's the more handsome of the two, so he's insulated. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you. I know I can speak for Kenny when I say we appreciate you guys coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will save your day. It definitely will. And when I tell you that I'm living proof that it works, just believe me that I am. When you're at your darkest time in your life and you think that you can't go on, if you employ PMA, I'm telling you, you're going to be able to pick yourself up and you're going to be able to move on. And every day from that moment will get better and better. So bring in that positive energy, pushes that negative energy right out. Let's get a difference in somebody's day. All you have to do is make eye contact with somebody and smile. You could help them with a project. You see somebody on the road that you be careful. But if you see somebody and you trust them, maybe you want to give them a hand. Everyone has a story. Sometimes our stories are not always good ones, but we don't know that. So you need to be careful when you talk to somebody, and you may be able to change their outlook for that day for the better. So also recognize and thank our first responders, the men and ladies of the fire department, the police department, our EMS and healthcare workers. They're out there keeping us healthy and safe every day, and especially our nurses. We love our nurses, of course. And last but not least, I take my hat off, and I know Kenny does too, our virtual hats to our veterans. Those people deserve every bit of thanks that we can give them. Our veterans are out there every day, the men and women of our armed forces. They're on that proverbial wall, keeping us out of harm. They're protecting us and keeping us safe, and they don't ask for anything in return. And they're also protecting our freedoms and our liberties, and that right there, our red, white, and blue flag, Old Glory. God bless our flag. God bless America. And thank you to them for keeping us safe. Don't forget, your freedoms and your liberties are very, very, they could change in a heartbeat. So let's try to protect our American way of life. I've grown quite accustomed to it, and I know that probably most of you as well have. So that's going to do it. So what do we say at the end, Kenny?
Peace and love.
Right. What about if the creek don't rise?
If the creek don't rise, no, Lord
The good Lord's willing.
Lord was.
Kenny froze. Kenny, you froze. At least on my screen you did. Hold on. Oh, there he is.
Okay. I was going to say.
And we don't freeze up. We'll be back tomorrow morning and do it all over again at 6 a.m. Another for our hump day. It'll be the hump day cup of joe edition. So I hope you guys all have a great day. Kenny, have a good day. Say hi to your dad for us again.
I will. He has an appointment this morning. He's going to the VA to see about getting his new wheelchair. So
right on. And the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla are popping at the end. Hey to you, and good morning.
Hello, and Jeff and Tammy.
Hope you guys have a great day. So that's going to do it. Me and Kenny are going to get out of here. I got to go to work, and Kenny's got to get ready for his day. So I guess that's it. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. My name's Jimmy.
And I'm Fordman Kenneth Oaks.
And we'll see you guys. See you guys tomorrow morning, okay? I hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe and have a great one. Bye-bye.